All right, guys, I'm excited to bring to you today our Generations program. Quite honestly, this is something I've always planned on doing with our company, and to me, it's the absolute kind of bedrock keystone of our company, and that's standing behind our knives. And I think that's really an American value that all American companies should do. We stand behind our product. Up until now, we've been, warrantying or working on our knives for people when we've had little small issues here or there, and then helping sharpen knives for people, but we've never really made it super public about how to go about getting your knife sharpened or kind of maintained. I think it's important for you guys to learn as much as you can how to maintain your own knife, just to keep you out in the field and to keep you kind of working with your blades out there. But when you get to a point where you really need help with your knife, we want you to send those blades to us, and we want to get them right. I think it's critical that we stand behind you as the customer, as a company, to make sure you're having the best experience possible in the field. And so with that, we're launching our Generations program, and really it's something we've been doing all along, but now we're showing you how we're doing it, or how to do it and how to take advantage of it. It's really important that you guys understand that this is simple and that we really do want you to send your blades to us to sharpen them, because there's nothing worse than when you go in the field with a tool that doesn't work well for you, whether it's your gun not being sighted in well, your optics fogging up and not working, or your knife being dull and not ready for the task. Let's actually talk for a second here a little bit about what your knife should look like and really what is a functional knife. When you buy your knife, it's brand new, it's shiny, or it's super clean and it's oiled up really nice, and you go use it in the kitchen or use it out in the field, and pretty soon it starts getting some scratches, some wear, maybe even a little bit of rust or patina on it, and it doesn't look brand new. And I've actually gotten people that have apologized to me and sent me pictures saying, man, I didn't take care of my knife, it's a little bit rusty. And I want you guys to know that's actually okay, and frankly, I love it when I see our blades looking used, looking like they've actually been in the field and been used as the tool and not necessarily just something to sit on a shelf and be pretty. And I have an example here. This is one of our original Blackfoot blades, the Blackfoot 1.0. And if you can see on this blade, it's actually all scratched up. A lot of the surface is actually kind of worn down. There's a little bit of rust towards the tip, scratches in every direction. And you can tell that I have used the absolute heck out of this knife in the shop. But here's what's great about a knife, is all this blade needs is just a sharp edge. And it's the same exact knife that it was on day one when it was made, but now it has a story and it has character. And quite honestly, I think that's way cooler than any of our knives are brand new. Our knives are a blank sheet of paper, and they're made for you to write your story on. Okay, and that's what this knife is right here. Now, this is our Blackfoot 2.0, and this is a knife that I've been carrying a little bit this season. It's got a little bit of use. It's not brand new, but it looks good. I can't wait until that knife looks like this right here. I can't wait till it has the patina, the stories of where it's been, what it's been through, and frankly, I've never had anybody bring me a 50-year-old brand new knife to my shop to sharpen. They've always brought me grandpa's knife and my dad's knife or my mom's chef's knives. And they've asked me like, hey, don't buff it, don't polish it. I just want it sharp so I can use it or maybe put it up at that point and save it for the future generations after them. So when you send knives to us, we're not necessarily going to make them look brand new. We're going to clean, elk hair or blood or whatever off of the blades. We're going to get them as clean as we can. If it's a speed goat, we're absolutely going to rewrap it unless you've sent it to us and it's just brand new looking cord. We're going to rewrap the speed goats, and then we're going to make sure every knife that leaves this shop is as sharp as can be and as sharp as it was on day one. If you've had a little issue with maybe you did something you shouldn't have and you broke off a little piece of the tip, we'll reshape that, we'll resharpen it. We'll replace parts, screws or stuff on that look like they need replaced. And ultimately, we're going to get that knife back to where it's a usable tool again, just as it was when it was brand new. All right, guys, so how do you return these blades to us for the maintenance program, for this Generations program? Go to our website and go to the Generations page. And from the drop-down menu, select your blade that you are returning. And if you're not quite sure what blade it is, if it was gifted to you or you lost the info card, go through our website, look at our blades, and you can generally, you'll be able to find what blade you're returning. Select that knife from the drop down. Once you've selected that knife from the drop down, then go to the checkout process and check out as if you're buying that blade, that maintenance program, but it is free. You're just going through that process, so we have your return shipping back to you. Okay, and then download the form and fill out all the form with your information and put that in the box with the blade. That way, that blade travels around the shop with your form, and we can be sure that you're getting your knife back and not somebody else's. It just helps us in the shop keep track of things. Once you do that, you package everything up very safely. Make sure the blade is in a sheath. It is packaged up tight in the box where it can't shift around. We don't want it poking through a box when it comes back to us. And ship it back to us USPS to our P.O. box. It's a 4-step process. It's super simple. Go to our website, select the drop-down menu, check out, fill out the form, and ship it to us. We will pay to ship it back to you in our own packaging. It'll look like a new knife coming back to you again with your story written on the blade. Again, guys, thank you for being a customer. You are absolutely the bedrock and the reason for how this company is growing so fast. And we feel like this is the time now for us to really implement a process. We're seeing now, we've got several years now, a couple of years of these blades being out in the field. I think this is the 3rd hunting season that we've had our knives out. And we're seeing a lot of guys, hey, these knives are gonna go dull. They should go dull. That means you're using them a lot. That's a good problem. We wanna help make sure they get sharp, cleaned up, and ready for next season. So thank you for being a big supporter of us, and pass these knives on for generations.